Hello, good evening, and welcome to episode number 101 of Trophy Hunting. I am Stig, your bad driver for this evening, and we shall continue with my team career. Let's continue with the Orange Arrows team. Let's also continue with Mexico, as it is an even numbered race rather. We shall be using Esteban Ocon. We shall notice that there is no upgrades one done because we've run out of points, I think. Engine is fine. Should do quick practice as normal for these sessions, and then we'll drive the qualifying and race when we get there. It's not the time to find out it was a sprint stick and you've got limited running. That's the socials. Oop. 3 practice sessions, which is good. Just run these. Failed there. I'll have a second go with the ERS. We failed as well. It's unfortunate. A busy week for myself on stream. 7th straight day we've streamed. We've had 4 days of Astru's Playroom for episode 100 Trophy Hunting, as well as the last 2 SRL races. Qatar and Hungary. Past Sunday and yesterday, respectively. Hopefully we'll get a few more of these done. Have a bang at the kinetic thing. We get 4 done in that session. Try not to click on the mouse too much there. As you can see, we've got billions of points we can use at some stage.
What an atmosphere we've got. The fans have been here since dawn, and the stadium, the Faro Sol, is absolutely heaving. We're about to get set to set the grid for tomorrow's Grand Prix. It's qualifying day here in Mexico City.
Head down the main straight here. Not time validated. Don't think so. If I concentrate on the track instead of trying to fix the stream title. Stick it on pole and then worry about the title stick. Go right-hander into the stadium complex. Change from this layout from the previous one in the 80s and early 90s, where they run all the way around the stadium rather than through it. There we go.
Yes, excellent lap. We're all very, very pleased with that one. Nice work. Come on, I'll see you back in the pits.
Goodbye for now then, but really we're just getting started. Make sure to join us again for Lights Out tomorrow.
Do 3 seconds to get to Verstappen, and then the two Mercedes, Ferraris and McLarens follow 2 by 2 like Noah's Ark. Finally, the title's right of the stream. Eventually the screen will load.
Back in the 60s, Mexico City would host the season-ending race, a party of motor racing. Well, we might not host the finale now, but Mexico hosts a party nonetheless. So welcome to the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez for the Mexico City Grand Prix. The Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez, 2.6 miles of track that allows drivers to take full advantage of their cars, reaching speeds in excess of 220 miles per hour and providing lots of opportunities for overtaking. The circuit features 17 corners, 10 to the right and the remaining 7 going to the left.
You saw that coming.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today. And alongside me today, a man small in...
Away we go. Held on to the clutch rather. Slightly too long there. Just plug my phone in. It's About to die. Not what I need. Here we go. Turn off the alarm. And now let's concentrate on the race ahead, and I've just been bashed by Leclerc there. What do you mean collision with... Why am I getting a warning for hitting Leclerc? I was taking a corner normally and he just wiped me out. Absolute shambles that. Quite lucky not to get damage if we're honest. Could blame Leclerc rattling me. Start of the lap. It's a shocking driving.
DRS enabled.
The man from Monaco. This 4 more races to finish off the season. Starting to pull away from the pack there. Not ideal. As mentioned, we did a 4-part episode 100 to celebrate 100 episodes of trophy hunting. Last Friday and last Friday and Tuesday. Friday, Saturday, Monday and Tuesday for that. You can find all of those episodes on this YouTube channel. Watching on YouTube.
That was the fastest lap of the race.
SRR Stig.
Well
STIG4. Those watching on Twitch right now. Too much curb on turn 4 there. Right hand of the chicane. Sorry, the left hand of the chicane. Just stop looking at the laptop when going around corners. Oh, there's a big long straight I could do that on. Like so. I'm not bounce off the curb quite as hard. Hope everyone's week has been good. Question of the stream could be the following: which racetrack that's been on the F1 calendar would you bring back if you were in charge?
Okay, final lap. Let's go. Final lap.
And by that you can even include different configurations that we've seen in the past, like going around the stadium section here.
Gap to your teammate behind, 18.3 seconds.
If you want to see that Mexico back. So after the DRS straight in a moment, just go straight on there and round the stadium. Back in the old days. Go through these S's. Straight on down the escape road where the Pirelli stack is. Premature with the fireworks, are not finished yet. And then it would rejoin right here.
Oh, you worked hard for that one. Congratulations. Well done.
What a weekend, what a weekend. Finally what we deserve. Yes!
Esteban Ocon can see the checkered flag. Victory is his.
I mean, it looked like they were in a different category at points during the race, led every lap. I mean, what more can we say?
Just dominant from Ocon. We'll do that.
From lights out to the checkered flag, this is what they're racing for. It's points and a trip to the podium. Esteban wins today. He takes the top step of the podium. Brilliant celebrations and many congratulations.
I was going to say, we won the race, Crofty, not just on the podium.
And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport action. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One.
Go on, Cowley, up from 12th place to finish 8th. Valuable points for the championship. Speaking of which, Charles is top of the drivers because we keep switching between the two drivers, while we lead in the constructors by just under a race victory. Damage allowance. Not troubled that one, of course. Had some sentiment still rated 8. So what have we got left? Brazil.
Can I borrow you for a moment, boss?
I suppose you can in a second. So we've got Brazil, we've got Vegas, we've got Abu Dhabi last, Qatar as well. Can't really forget that, bear in mind. Just done that in the SRL. development. Podium and victory celebrations have to be done. Do the driver contract focus as well. We'll do ourselves some merch push. Messages top step. You might get bored of sending those eventually. Let's see what improvements we can do to our facility. Let's do the print. Finish off phase 2. Also finish off phase 2 of personnel very slowly. Corporate we've almost finished completely. So we need to open these up so we can hit phase 4 for a trophy. At the moment. What can we research then? Durability, go on then. Sorry, develop, not research this time. If we must game. $5,200 here. Well, I've got a feeling it's going to be durability again. It is. You know what? Screw it, we got the points. Might as well use them. If we can. I'll let it slide. That's too much effort to call them out.
Boss, need to make you aware of something. Another team has made an approach for one of the drivers we're talking to.
Can't do anything more there. Except maybe to force the hand of McLaren. Schedule all of those. Two bits here. This time it'll let us do it. We're only upgrading durability because we can't upgrade anywhere else at the minute.
Boss, we've got interest. There's a sponsor looking to work with us.
Superb. Let's assign Equinox to a deal. We're not going to put them on our car at this moment. Just trying to see what happens if we actually try and sign 3 drivers at once.
Well, it looks like we've been pipped to the post by another team. They've agreed a contract. It's all locked. Hopefully you weren't too set on them. I'm sorry it's not better news, but there are other options out there.
I believe that is the answer to the question. Could have been because we'd already signed the 2 drivers, to be fair.
Good news. The research for an upgrade is complete, and it's now ready for development. Make sure to head over to the development area when you have a moment.
Let's do it. Can't do it at the minute. Already chock-a-block with several billion bits of durability. Race weekend at Brazil. Drivers Cali, I believe this is a sprint weekend. So practice one essentially becomes practice, full stop. Yep, sprint qualifying, sprint. Got a wet, normal qualifying. That's realistic, I suppose. Mercedes have brought components, it looks like. Correction, Mercedes are bringing some components for the race after Brazil. There's no need for that type of bullying. Do the quali pace and see if we can get through a few of these rather easily. Maybe not, actually. Run out of time. So we can focus away from the race prep stuff. We only have the one practice session to do. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to do some durability. Short quality time for the sprint session. Well, it says weather in 5 minutes. Not going to be that fussed, to be fair. Unless we have that bad a lap that we're going to need the 5 minutes. Is that Ocon with us? Well, it is. Come on, the Ocon. It seems our car is good in sector 1 at least. Might have to bump George down the field, you know. We got to that stage of the season. Steer through the left-hander. The way there's plenty of engine noises yet. It's one shot, so there shouldn't be. Not as if we're driving a tunnel either. And across the line.
Fantastic, you've got pole position.
Not excited in the slightest, Kelly, this time.
And that's it for sprint qualifying. Plenty more coming up over the rest of the weekend. So we'll see you all tomorrow.
Ocon in 5th is quite nice. Almost at the pace of Senna. Not something I ever thought I'd be saying about Esteban Ocon under the AI tutelage. Sprint race. The 3 laps. Won't take us too long either. One of the shorter tracks on the calendar. I want to say 3rd or 4th. I think it's Monaco. Well, Monaco's first. Then I think it's Austria and then here. Sure, Chad. Correct me if I'm wrong with that.
And alongside me today, former Formula One driver and former world champion too. See, told you I'll give you a big intro. Anthony Davidson, hello.
You've made it sound as though it's not Formula One world champion. It's alongside. There's no point screwing Russell. Correction, screwing Leclerc we need to do. Not much point doing it in the sprint itself because there's not many points available. Doesn't help that Ocon's gone down the field. The other orange car is overtaking him. Or when we get back to the race menu. See what those at the back are really far behind after one lap.
We can now use DRS. DRS now available.
Not for where we sat, Jeff. That was qualifying, mate. Use it at any point. Helicopter doesn't sound too high either. Where is the chopper?
Good job. That was the fastest lap of the race so
Well,
far.
that is on top of the building on the right then. It's the limp things. Floodlights, maybe? Can't see them too much around the circuit. Rocket-like thing on the main straight as we drift around the corner. Point them out again to get down to the straight. Let's see them on the right. White thing there on the right. We're coming to this grandstand.
And that's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Ferme.
And on the left here at turn 2. Maybe it actually signals where the cranes are. We've got ourselves
Well, that's an end to the
spammer.
sprint action. Next up, we'll set the grid for the Grand Prix. So we'll see you next time.
Just one place lost by Ocon to Piastri. I go deal with the spammer. You do not get loaded screens, which is a little bit of a surprise. Prep ourselves for the wet qualifying session we're about to see. Best view is, you say? The best views are the ones that turn
It's a
up and
Saturday showdown. Anyone fancy
don't
some
spam
hot
the
laps
chat.
around Interlagos? It's qualifying day here for the Sao Paulo Grand Prix.
Give me a second to report the spam twat. Ban evasion. Suspicious user. Get sent, pal. At least it's Inter's weather and not full wets. Yep. Parts are all fine. A little like deja vu here. We've got a wet surface. Charles better in the wet. He's in the dry. Up a slide in there. No problems this time. As we cross the line.
Okay, good
High
job, mate.
17s.
Really, really well done. That was a fantastic drive. Bring it home.
Jeff sucking up to us there. I'd love to see it. Ocon caught out by the rain. Senna's got a nice round time there. Ocon down in 12th place if you didn't see. So it's Leclerc that we need to target. An assist towards the back. Not that condone scumming him, of course. Camera's already been banned. Unlucky, pal. Come on, Nenny.
And alongside me, a man, well, what more can I say? But he's a legend. Anthony Davidson. Into
Legend, you say? I almost jumped the start there. I believe that's a couple of seconds for Charles, yeah. Scum driving from the Mercedes, man. Deserves to be back of the grid for that. Well, we've got 5 quite short laps to get ourselves back to the front. That'll be the easiest drive ever. And it's slightly easier by the fact that gonna do the flashback. Not sure what Lawson was defending for his life for. That importantly. Doing giving a shove out of the way as well. Someone's woken up the AI's nest today. Russell leads with a 17-4.
Okay, DRS is now available.
DRS is available and will be used, Jeff. 8 seconds we've got to make up. To the man from Kings Lynn. DRS is going to help us. Ocon get past Norris. Go on, Esteban. Yes, he can. Get wrecked, Lando.
Okay, good work. Great pass.
Avoid sending it there. Mostly because we don't need to. Yeah, I'm really aggressive with us in this race. Sure, we give Ocon DRS. 12-4 for George. The problem is we're not going to catch him at this rate. It's on lap 3/10 slower. Should have been a penalty, I think. Use the DRS to get ourselves back. That George, Senna and Max, I think. There's 4 of them. Of course it's George you can see. Oh, Oscar. Oscar making the move in the braking zone. Not happy with that. One line please, Oscar. Thank you. Whereas we're not going to have DRS this part, Verstappen will have. As well Piastri and Schumacher behind us.
Great work, that's a new fastest lap of the race.
We may have cost ourselves the win with that at lap 1. Piece of nonsense, but you'd argue just as importantly, stop Russell from scoring, or at least scoring big. Happy with these pair. Sorry, Leclerc we sent to the back, not Russell. 5 seconds in 4 sectors around here is going to be difficult. Not completely impossible though.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 5.9 seconds.
Senna wouldn't mind buggering off. It'd be nice as well. He's got to send it. Close enough, that is. Yeah, we're going to drop 7 points to Mercedes here, but it's a less dangerous Mercedes that we're dropping to. I said Ocon's going to get us a few points. Even 1 or 2 is going to help towards the constructors. Yeah, we probably need 1 more lap here. Let's get George. He's super fast down the straight. That's what's running the race. Not an obvious lap 1
race
manoeuvre.
over. Take care of the car on the way in.
You get driver of the day. Leclerc scumming us at turn 1.
And the best of British and the best on the track. It's George Russell who wins.
Sure.
Well, what an end to another fantastic weekend
4
of
points
racing.
for Ocon.
Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.
Scores Leclerc. Wonder why that happened. Where did Leclerc finish in the end? Just ahead of Zane Maloney. Had to finish just ahead of Lawson on track, but it's 2 seconds. Probably cost him. Three rounds left.
We didn't get the ideal outcome, but it's still workable, boss.
Sorry I didn't win. We'll advance though. Facility improvements. You know what, let's do them in order. Get things done, we get things done. Sorry, we get things done when we get things done. Easy for me to say. Of course, still have our 7 trillion points, which we can't use on anything that isn't durability here. Which is annoying because I have nothing else I can do. You're literally going to have to do that because that's the only thing left to do. To a corporate. There. What else can we do here? I'd love to do one of these research and development long focuses, but it does not appear to be the case. Can't even do the win celebration. Or a talent discovery drive. Do a driver sim instead. Do a lot of merch selling rather. Sponsor not happy with our comments, but I don't care. CEO should stop being a tit then.
A sponsor sees potential in us and wants to explore a partnership.
Let's do it. Gonna have no space left on the car at this rate. Fine upgrades, have we not got them all? So Cali then to Ocon this time. I felt that meant. Get one failure there. Go back and do that one. Should be on the car in time for our next race with them. Personnel. Got some comms in, so Beckford has been hired. Almost there with the corporate as well. Fans to do everything.
Hey, Chief. We've got multiple parts out of research. Don't forget to develop them. We've got performance sitting on the table that we could be getting into the car.
Look at all of that. Let's get it all on. One day typically for that. Almost unlocking the next bit of the corporate world. A million miles away from unlocking that. Now to drive as Ocon. Got a lot of upgrades available. Put some on the car for this weekend as well. Could benefit us. Two bits done in race management. Also have quick practice here. We'll do the fuel side of things. Fuel and engine. Do not have anything that is 4 minutes or less. So then move on to the final practice session where we'll do the qualifying sim stuff. Or tyre management rather. Driver clean sector, and how you're asking for a lot. You know what, let's add that to the banned words. So qualifying why I do this.
Stand by to see cars at more than 210 miles an hour blasting their way down the strip. F1 has taken over. It's F1 Fever, Las Vegas.
Website I've changed from .com to .org. We can still get .blocked. Man, looking guy at the sphere here. Sounds like a rave's going on. Can leave them to it, I think. Now we reach this Las Vegas Strip. To the line.
Yes, excellent lap. We're all very, very pleased with that one. Nice work. Come on, I'll see you back in the pits.
With
So
qualifying
excited.
complete, all that remains now is the main event. We'll be live and uninterrupted for the Grand Prix tomorrow, so make sure you join us then.
Albon with a nice round time. Callie slightly off the pace, but isn't too far away in the midfield. Big difference between the Mercedes and everybody else, AI-wise. Analytics for moderation. Any of the mods are out there and want to amuse themselves with the analytics, be my guess. Head to the race, you can have Crofty. Can't work out how to do this. Blocked terms and phrases. Yes, let's add site.org. .69 times we had the .com variety.
Welcome to Las Vegas, and for Formula One, it's welcome back to Las Vegas. No longer do we race. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks like for today's race. A fantastic effort. Well, it's been a long time since I last worked with you. Good to see you again today, Anthony Davidson.
So it's Leclerc. It's Schumacher.
Okay, you have a lot of front wing damage. Box for a new one.
If you can do all of that without killing yourself while you're at it, Steg, that would be great. Oh, that didn't work.
Mind that front wing, it's going to need replacing if it takes too much damage.
So we have a better chance to catch Russell. Well, doesn't that very well because Leclerc's still in 5th. Schumacher can go away. That'll be appreciated. Means we can see where George is compared to us this time.
DRS now enabled. DRS enabled.
Schumacher in. It's not what we're after. Assume then he hits us. Unless he ran into Leclerc. All scumming everybody this race. Oh.
Okay, take it easy on the car. We can't sustain this level of damage.
So the Mercedes stopped running into me then. Take the bollard with us. That'll annoy someone. Mercedes is pulling away from us quite a bit down the strip. We're going to need to get into a position where we're overtaking using DRS on the strip ourselves. But our plan wouldn't work in real life because if I go and overtake Russell, he'll just let Leclerc overtake him. Do with Max fighting back. Like this, we're going to have DRS. Yeah, we're going to have DRS. Is there any need, George? You'd expect that type of sportsmanship from me.
Great manoeuvre. You made it look so easy.
Yeah, we don't want to give Russell damage because they need box.
Good job. That was the fastest lap of the race so far.
Real life here, all that'd happen. I think George would just drop off and let Shaw through. Quite near the end of the final lap. Mercedes is so much better than the rest of the field. I think we've put Charles behind Verstappen here on lap 1.
Final lap. Final lap. Push, push.
At this rate, Charles might actually get Russ. Almost into the wall ourselves there. Just about got it stopped in time. I mean, we lost 3/4 of a second, I think. Gonna have to be careful. Harris pulling out over a second a lap for Verstappen. Wow. In the final sector.
Oh, you worked hard for that one. Congratulations. Well done.
Oh my god.
Excitable Frenchman.
C'est magnifique! It's Esteban Ocon, and it's been a hard afternoon of...
Can we bother
It's
to
been
put
an absolutely wild
C'est
weekend of
magnifique
Formula One action, and I can't wait to see what's next.
on the subtitles? But Callie gets another point as an AI. Tell you what, these final 2 races are going to be really for grabs. We get 10k deduction. Just Leclerc can't drive.
Boss, we need your attention on something, please.
Great facilities might happen in a moment. What do we have to sort out? Let's expand the option. Yes, it'll cost us slightly more, but we've got enough money in the bank not to worry us. Why would title sponsored loyalty not go up for a victory celebration? It's a stupid game.
Chief, I must remind you that we have parts fully researched that are waiting for development. Let's get that performance on the car.
Well, for that to happen, I've actually got to have the spaces to use them. Tyres, mate. Not much point moaning at me to get them on the car if I can't. Penultimate race weekend. This side of this past Sunday's SRL race, Qatar. Where will our qualifying lap put us on the grid? Be an interesting question to ask. The obvious answer is last, of course. Get ourselves a sprint weekend. As a result, we're going to rush through all of this. See if we can get it done in time. Can 4 bits done in FP1. Focusing on everything that isn't the race prep. Sprint qualifying, so we're going to do 10 laps of Qatar, then move on to Abu Dhabi. Then I might go online actually. Sure if Pulsey's around.
It's all about flow and pace today, qualifying in Qatar.
Fancy's jumping on to do any of the invitational stuff. That light blue rocket ship to deal with. Could turn one there. Game says it's fine, so not going to complain. Round the corner stick, come on. Quite nice to see if times for the qualifying. Yeah, so this past Sunday. Not quite got them to hand. Rumours are that I would beat home on qualifying pace. if we took the last night at Hungary as a race mark. Half the grid.
Fantastic, you've got pole position.
Should have
And
Jeff.
that's it for sprint qualifying. Plenty
Go on,
more
Ocon.
coming up over the rest of the weekend.
Something that we can work with. Of course, we're not. Then again, it's the sprint again. It's good in the sprint in Brazil and then fell off during the main race. Hopefully it's something we can remedy going forward.
Forget pit stops, forget fuel management. It's pedal to the metal all the way here as we get ready for today's sprint.
We don't do pit stops in the main
And
race either,
alongside me in
Crofty.
the commentary box, my old friend Anthony Davidson. Well, they say
That's really going to be love cold. He's going to really enjoy being called old there. I don't think I had a bad start there, but the rocket ship managed to still blast past us. Look at that already.
Okay, we're monitoring somewhere on the internal combustion engine. Be aware that we're going to start to see a loss of power.
Not even one sector clear. Not even one sector in, rather. And the two Mercedes are a second and a half clear of everybody else. Nice points for Ocon if he can hold on to fourth. So really equal the points of Mercedes there, I can stay as it was. Some of the parts alike. It's not that bad.
Now use DRS. DRS now available.
Ocon has gap Piastri DRS range. Sorry, Nick. Right back aboard goes. And it currently sounds as though we've got a cam in our back bike tyre. Just slow the car down. Probably managing the gap, but
Great work. That's a new fastest lap of the race.
Leclerc now ahead of Russell. Put me off trying to make the hairpin. You know what, we're going to change the bits for the next session. So that was a couple of races. And some new bits in our car. Sounds quite horrible. Let's go and change that.
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
Woo! Yes!
Yes, indeed, Kelly.
So that wraps up the sprint race, but there's still more action yet to come this weekend. We've got
Actual race to come. Right. Change the components. As we have two of, we're going to go back to the second one. Watch, it gives me a massive grid drop.
It's all about flow and pace today, qualifying in Qatar. A high-speed test that will set the grid for tomorrow's race. So welcome along.
Welcome indeed. So Arrow's thrashing everybody again. Not really what we're after. I was going to ask, is it two Mercedes battling for second, but not a chance. It's Leclerc. Always Leclerc. Feeding track limits or cutting the corner. Game you can decide. Again, the second time there, and I've not been penalised for it.
Okay, good job, mate. Really, really well done. That was a fantastic drive. Bring it home.
22-3 there. Ocon down in 10th when it really matters. Let's go and have a look, quick check. SeriesRacingLeague.com. Just realised I could have done the command sail. $22.3. Put me 5th actually. Maybe I should race in the SRL after all. Though that said, that'd have been strict corner cutting in. Wouldn't have got away with it. Off to the race we go. SRL calendar or SRL schedule. Bring up the next few races. Sundays and Wednesdays until mid-December. There we go.
Alongside me today, a man who I'm always pleased to see join me in the commentary box, Anthony Davidson.
Jensen Button.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can...
Jeff knows what I can do.
Okay, we've been given a time penalty. It will go against our finishing time at the end of the race. Get your head down and let's get it done.
Head is down, Jeff.
Okay, mate, don't worry about the damage. I've got some new strategy options if you go and check your MFD.
Don't care about the MFD, Jeff. Those new. Leclerc is our title rival. I did not want to turn then into that right-hander. It didn't turn into the left-hander because there's a load of more rights than the left. We're a long way off where George is. 29.0 for him. We're 11.5 seconds off George. And we've got a time pen to go with it. It's not going to be a fun 5-lapper. Get rid of the board marker, we don't require those.
Nice move, good job.
We're trying to drive into Alonso, but the car didn't want to turn. Senna not in the points is unusual.
Okay, you've got front wing damage. This will have a major impact on performance unless you box for a new one.
Yes, I'm well aware of the problems that we're having. I do not want to go around corners. Well, we're not going to have DRS here. Most of the other cars in front of us will. Well, there's Ollie Behrman behind us. 2 seconds is going to harm us a little bit as well. Fact. Oh well.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do.
I know what I can do as well, Jeff. Take 2. How had Russell stayed ahead of us? What a scumbag.
Okay, be careful with the front wing. You've taken some minor damage. Okay, listen, don't worry about it, mate. It can happen to the best of us. Now look, I've put a new strategy option for you in the MFD, so go and have a look.
Screw the strategy, Jeff. We don't drive into Esteban. Some of these guys will be actually easier to overtake than Mercedes we've been battling with. The Williams, for example.
Okay, DRS is now available.
Don't want to run into the side of Ocon here. It means Ocon's a little bit slower than we are, even with the wing damage. Let's go, Esteban. Thank you. Oh, you mug. Come on, Esteban isn't going to help us, of course. Around the outside of Albon into the left-handed hairpin. You utter clown. Sainz now parking it on right on the apex. So move on, man. Yes, I get penalised for that in real life, but corner cutting on whatever the non-strict setting is. Probably advisory.
That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. Well done.
I don't get up back here, pal. Orange car. Sticking together. Pretty lost where to go with that then. I was going to say I'll bring you with me, but these two have just stopped. Sure, I want him helping the Williams out there. open them to check and see if there's any more things that we can do time trial wise.
Good job. That was the fastest lap of the race so far.
Jesus, the AI's just decides to choose a line light. Lando has broken away from that fight a little bit. Second Red Bull doesn't look too far away from Ocon though.
Nice work, mate. That brings you up a place.
Careful middle sector despite the damage.
Gap to your teammate behind, 7.6 seconds. They're on fresh softs. They're sitting in 7th. Time last lap, 1 minute 29.5.
Wait a second,
Good job. That was the fastest lap of the race so far.
Put back the commentary on, telling me where he sat. Hallelujah. See the orange damage to the right side of the wing. Must have been added to last week's patch then. They had taken that out of the game from last year's. Very happy that it's not in the game. Try again, Stick. Very happy that it is back in the game. That's the one bit of information that we did want to know. Ask about teammate. But he's battling with Sainz and Albon. 5th, 6th, 7th. Easiest race for us. Few flashbacks, a restart, wing damage. Enough to get us over the line.
You worked hard for that one. Congratulations. Well done.
Woo! Yes!
Cheers, Jeff.
And what a win! Well, I'm thoroughly exhausted. After an event like that, who knows what the sport has in store for us next time out? Be sure to join us once again as we continue to bring you all the excitement of Formula One.
Yeah, let's have a look at the standings going into the final round. See, Cali top, Ocon second, Leclerc. After a few disappointing races for the Monegasque guy, finds himself down in 3rd place. Cali wiping out the damage allowance. To be fair, quite lucky that that didn't end up in negative overall. One final round and I'll have a look at the other bits. Might even go back into driver career, you know. But whilst we wait for that, I'm going to take a quick pit stop.
A sponsor is interested in backing our
I'll be
team.
back momentarily. turned back for a little bit more trophy hunting. Can't do anything there or there. Might as well try for a secondary sponsor. Let's have a victory celebration. What have we got here? You've won. Well done. Thank you. Right there. Don't mean to click on personnel there, but we're going to go and have a look at all the factory improvements that we can do. Do an engineering one tomorrow. Personnel's got 7 days. Corporate's going to take us into next season. Not really what I was after. Speaking of corporate, we've got the Echo's secondary sponsor.
Hey, Chief. Just a reminder to kick off some research projects. We don't want to fall behind our rivals, and we haven't got anything in the pipeline at the moment. Thanks.
Previously couldn't do anything, Matthias. Oh, we'll just go from the top. Don't think we're going to get that far, to be fair, with it. One. Engineering research. Can we do anything? Is the question. Nothing in aero. Nothing in chassis. Nothing in powertrain. Nothing in durability. I can't do anything. Tires, mate. It's impossible for me to move any further with it. If we go to drivers Ocon, we're going to have French world champion again. For the first time since the early 90s. Can't do anything there, but we can knock off the qualifying pace one. That gap. Just short of that 450. We can't do anything in the 4.5 minutes there either, which is a shame. The final quick practice of the season. Hopefully we'll get 3 or 4 again. With that timing, it's not going to help us. $450 there. You know what? Let's roll the dice, see if we can get everything done here. We can. Full completed practice program of qualifying pace. Perfect.
Welcome along, everybody. It's the fastest day of the week, qualifying Saturday, and we're here in Abu Dhabi.
Sure are, Crofty. I was expecting some nonsense to continue there. Hopefully we didn't get any. More durable car rather than anything else, but to unlock some different parts. Of the development, upgrade stuff. We're able to upgrade the car even more than we currently have it. That is for season 3. I don't know whether to just continue with season 3. Oh well, let's continue with season 3 and see if it's for a race or 2.
Yes, excellent lap. We're all very, very pleased with that one. Nice work. Come on, I'll see you back in the pits.
Obviously, if there's nothing we can do F1 world-wise.
Well, that wraps up qualifying, but don't worry. We'll be back tomorrow as we head into the Grand Prix.
So much time for George, that one. Let's be his teammate Leclerc to join us on the front row. There's a carbon fibre joke there. I'm just going to ignore. He thinks it's funny. Sadly for the game, I do not.
And alongside me here today in the
Just going to leave Leclerc, I think, in this one. Let's look her inside. Turn 1 isn't where we want it to be, but
Okay, we're monitoring some wear on the internal combustion engine. Be aware that we're going to start to see a loss of power.
oh, I don't care, Jeff. Oh. Might well watch out for the Mercedes stick. That one was on me. We're going to allow Leclerc back up into second as well. Yep. Well done, Stick. Well done, Schumacher firing over 5th place. It could be because I did it in the weekend, it doesn't register for this weekend. Either way, let's disappear. Let's get rid of the bollards.
DRS now enabled. DRS enabled.
I assume that Russell may have got damaged. They were boxed. We're going to assume that I was innocent in all of that. And actually picked it off Piastri, but down at the hairpin at the start of sector 2. When I was defending him, ran to the side of him. If I was doing that deliberately to do that with Miss Hades, I'd have to make sure it was sharp.
Great work. That's a new fastest lap of the race.
Follow out of the way as well. There is Russell at the back. A sad day for him. The way that Albon here is in contention for the podium. That's just should slow down. Put Leclerc into the wall and properly give him a podium. If we did that, we'd end up totaling ourselves.
Gap to your teammate behind, 22.3 seconds.
Didn't ask, but would have asked in a second. Let's find out where Callie is.
Gap to your teammate behind, 25.1 seconds. They're on fresh softs, and the time last lap, 1:32.7.
Again, we've gone back to not giving me the information I want, Jeff. Where is Callie? Only thing I was interested in there.
Okay,
Final
mate,
lap of the
final lap.
season.
Keep your concentration and let's bring it home.
I hope I can, Jeff. Says throwing it off the track. Sloppy for me, that one. goes through the final couple of corners. It's going to be Esteban Ocon, world champion.
Yes! Yes! We've done it! That is the world champion right there. Well done.
Yes, guys! Yes!
And so the celebrations begin, and well-earned they are indeed. It might have looked simple at times, but as any racing driver will tell you, competing at this level at the very top is anything but simple. There's no catching them now then. We have a new World Drivers' Champion.
There's no catching them
Esteban
now
Ocon sees the checkered
because we've finished the season, Crofty, mate.
Only 3 can take to the podium, and here they come. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a wrap. What a season it's been. I'm off to put my feet up now before it all starts again next year. Take care.
Finally got rid of Crofty. Hallelujah. I'll say, even if no one in the chat's going to. Well, ignore the fact that the season's done. Through to the start of next season, I think.
Boss, we've got interest. There's a sponsor looking to work with us.
Because we're the double world champions, guys. Oh, let's do that. Delay, we'll do that momentarily. Facility upgrades. Be able to do personnel, do the pace there. Let's do those. Not going to upset anyone at the end of the season. Specific to the spoils. Driver contract focus. Secondary sponsor chance. Sponsor meeting there. Let's go to the facility. Icons are interested. Being a secondary sponsor, but there is no room on the car. Till we get to level 9.
Boss, need to make you aware of something.
I don't care if I'm going to speak with Hulkenberg because we've already got Archie drivers for next time.
Sees potential in us.
There is
and
the
wants
all
to explore
systems
a
go.
partnership.
Advance this phase 4 with any facility trophy. It's corporate in phase 4. I believe everything we need to do on my team. Let's just go and check that. So we need tech level 250. That is in F1 World. Complete 5 invitational events rather. Also in F1 World. 5 online races and 100 clean laps. That's 2 separate trophies. F1 World. Achieve an overall driver rating of 99 with any driver career. And obtain 25 dynamic objectives in driver career. They're both driver career, so we have finished after 2 seasons of my team. Hulkenberg signed elsewhere again. We don't really care. Alonso retires. So our raid destination has actually gone offline. It's not really what I was after. You know what?
Boss, we've hit a major milestone. Things are really coming together.
Go, a lot of money heading our way. If we haven't got enough of that already. Let's finish season 2. All of the money is heading our way. $200 odd million and rating. That should be through the roof. We just won the titles. Well under budget for the cost cap. Ocon is driver's champion. Look at that. It's a cursed image that I want to put on the ball card. Constructors champion. Slightly less cursed. Get all of that done. I was going to raid DP, but he's finished for the evening. 24, don't care. Engine supplier. Ferrari again. Everything's sorted. And we are going to leave that there. That will be the end of the stream. Thank you to everybody for chatting, lurking, just being here in general. Our next stream is Sunday night. We shall be heading to Canada for round 9 of the SRL season. 9:15 UK for that. Wednesday next week we will have the first ever reverse track. Silverstone reverse for that. Also 9:15 UK. We're back here for trophy hunting number 102. Thursday 10:15 next week. YouTube will have the SRL action Monday and Thursday rather, 1 AM for that. Trophy hunting will be next Friday on YouTube at 12 noon UK. And for YouTube, thank you and goodbye.